everybody. We're here at the Philadelphia Flower Show, and I am so excited to dive into all these beautiful flowers and sculptures and meet some really cool people who are going to tell us about the positive effects that gardening can have on our communities. One of our first stops at the Philadelphia Flower Show is the Organic Gardening Garden to Table Studio, which is here behind me, and it's gorgeous. And we are here to talk to Katie Walker about some of the awesome things that organic gardening is doing here today. So, hello.
Hi, thanks. I'm so glad you guys came and found us.
Yeah, thanks for talking with us, Katie. We want to talk to you a little bit about your presence here today. You guys obviously have a massive space. You have some really cool chef demos happening. So what are you doing here today?
Oh, well, we've got chef demonstrations all week and all day long. We've got the chefs from Veg are coming, and they're a huge hit. We love them. And we're just bringing chefs who are talking about bringing art into food with the whole theme of articulture, but also taking things right from the garden to the table, which is always the goal, and especially with organic gardening.
And you can find this magazine all across the country, right?
Yes, we're available. You can get your subscriptions online, but we're also at Barnes & Noble. And then you can go to our website, and we put most of our content on there. But what we love is we have an iPad edition. So if you have a tablet, you can download our iPad edition, and it has lots of great extra content. You can get videos and extra recipes, and again, it helps bring the magazine to life.
I love that. Well, this is gorgeous, and thank you so much for talking to us, and we're going to see if we can get some of those free samples. So check out Organic Gardening online or on your iPad or at your local bookstore. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you so much, and enjoy the flower show.
Thank you. This is somewhat of a humble display, but it really caught my eye because a lot of these plants I remember seeing in my mom's garden at home. These are all plants that are native to the Mid-Atlantic region. And if you're a first-time gardener, using local native plants is a great idea because they're going to adapt so much better to the soil. I'm here with Pete at the Delaware Valley College Breakout exhibit. Hi, Pete.
Hello.
Can you tell us a little bit about this really cool exhibit that really unifies art and nature?
All right, it's about technology addiction, I would say, and how people these days, they're not really getting into nature anymore. It's more about staying inside. You know, no one's really like activating any outdoors programs in a lot of elementary schools, middle schools. There's no real like activism for nature. So it's very concerning. You know, what are the problems that people are going to have? A lot of anxiety, a lot of, pent up frustration. It's, as human beings, we were meant to be in nature every day. It's really pretty crazy.
And so one of the things you were talking about and trying to show through this exhibit is that things like being outdoors, being in nature, being around water is really good for mental health, for physical health. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely multiple healing benefits of water. Even surrounding yourself with plants, there are studies on how it can increase happiness, decrease stress, just overall, make yourself live a happier life. I think that's the goal,
That's definitely the goal for all of us. And I want to just talk also about these really cool paintings. You have some paintings, drawings, and illustrations all around your exhibit from kids of all different ages. So what are those?
We asked them, what is nature? It was the common theme. And they're mostly nature-themed paintings, things with dealing with outside and, helping those kids get back into it.
So how can people learn more about the college and the program?
All right, well, you can look us up online at delval.edu.
Thank you so much for your time. It was great talking to you, Pete.
You too.
We're here at the W.B. Saul High School Agricultural Sciences exhibit called Off the Grid, where they use really cool found objects like tires and glass bottles to make a charming oasis in the middle of their community. We're here talking to Mark from Organic Mechanics. Hi, Mark.
Hey, how are you?
Hi. Hi, I'm great, thank you. And I would love for you to tell everybody what Organic Mechanics is.
Sure. Organic Mechanics, we make and distribute organic potting soils and soil amendments out of Chester County, Pennsylvania. We're shipped all over the U.S., but essentially you'd find our products in natural food stores and independent garden centers.
And what do people do with your products?
Everything from seed starting to container gardening. We also make a mix for raised bed vegetable gardening. We make mulches and fertilizers as well.
And you also have some involvement with a local community garden. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the Mo Greena Community Garden, what we call it. Essentially, we are growing produce for the local food bank. And there's currently a group of students that's coming in. They tend the garden all day. And about 90% of the produce is donated to local food banks, and about 10% is used to cook those students' lunch every day, so they have a really fresh, healthy lunch.
So people are learning how to garden, and they're also reaping the benefits nutritionally of the food that they grow in the garden.
Absolutely, because it's so important to have things like this in our local community, because there's a lot of food deserts out there. We're actually in one of the economically depressed areas of Chester County, so it's a perfect match. Every Wednesday we have 8 local neighborhood kids that come down and learn about how to grow garlic, how to grow kale, how to grow tomatoes, and it's really cool to see that.
Well, where can people learn more about what you do and your company does?
Organicmechanicsoil.com is our website, and then there's links there to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, lots of how-to gardening videos.
Okay, well, thank you so much for talking to us, and check out those videos. As you can see, the Philadelphia Flower Show is so much more than what you would typically think of when you think of a flower show. I kind of thought it would be some floral decorations or arrangements, and it is clearly more than that. We've learned a lot about community gardens, sustainability, and cooking straight from the garden to your table, so I hope that you will take initiative to find some community gardens in your neighborhood. In the meantime, we'll see you back at the kitchen.